Inky the Octopus, based on a real-life aquatic escape. Words by Erin, Guendelsberger, art by Leonard. I live in a world of see-through walls, in a tank with a locked-down lid. I am fed like a king 3 meals a day of lobster, shrimp, and squid. I know I have a good life, it should want for nothing more, but something tugs at my curious heart that I simply can't ignore. Out of this tank, I must be free. I must explore the open sea. I've always liked 8-arm charades and seaweed hide and seek. I've had fun playing gravel hockey and tentacle tag each week. But I long to see a brand new world of plants and rocks and fish. Discovering things I've never known has become my only wish. Out of this tank I must break free. I hear the ocean calling me. What is this? Tonight, it seems, my tank lid is ajar. This could be my one chance for change. Dare I hope that far? I tell my tank mate Blotchy we should bid our tank adieu. I'll tell him we'll be happier exploring someplace new. Blotchy said he'd rather stay within his comfy home. He doesn't feel the pull to see the far and great unknown. And so this quest I must take on is one I'll take alone. I'll be a solo traveler when I set off to roam. Out of this tank I must break free. My heart flies to the open sea. Here I go, to the top of the tank. I slide one arm outside. The air in the room feels dry and cool. The space feels free and wide. I lift through arms 2, 3, and 4. Next 5, 6, 7, 8. My head is last, and then I'm sliding down the tank's glass plate. The floor feels strange beneath me. Odd noises fill the room. The air smells different from my tank. It's freedom in full bloom. I sneak across the rough wood floor as fast as I can go. My 8 arms latch and then release. My sense of excitement grows. But can I leave my life, my friends, and all I've ever known? My heart says yes. Today's the day to strike out on my own. The sea lies just ahead of me, so in and down I dive. I'm falling fast forward, what's to come? I've never felt so alive. I plunge, I swim, I breathe, I whirl, I float, I spin, I glide. I'll follow my heart wherever it leads, I'll travel far and wide. Out of my tank, at last I'm free, long may I journey the splendid sea. Inky's Ingenious Escape, the triumphant true story. The book you've just read is based on the real-life story of Inky the Octopus, who escaped from the National Aquarium of New Zealand in 2016. After Inky was found injured in a crayfish pot, he was taken to the aquarium for recovery, where he lived for 2 years with a tank mate named Blotchy. One night, the lid of Inky's tank was left slightly open by a mistake. Based on arm prints found on the floor, the next morning, workers at the aquarium believe Inky squeezed through the opening in his tank, slid down the side, and slithered across the floor. Octopuses like Inky are nimble contortionists, able to pass through openings as small as a coin. The only explanation for Inky's escape is that once free of his tank, he squeezed through the even smaller opening, a drain hole only 6 inches wide, and miraculously made it out to sea. Inky left his tank mate Blotchy behind in favor of the challenge and allure of the escape. He didn't even leave us a message, the aquarium manager said. Escape artists and marine biologists alike hope this Houdini of the sea is now happily swimming across the open ocean. About the aquarium. Inky's former home of the National Aquarium of New Zealand in Napier was the country's first aquarium, with its beginnings stretching back to 1956. Today, this aquarium is home to over 100 diverse animals from New Zealand and around the world, with the goal of protecting natural habitats and biodiversity. The aquarium works closely with scientists, schools, and the community. Other odd octopuses. Otto. One night at the Sea Star Aquarium in Coburg, Germany in 2008, all the lights went out. The electricity was fixed in the morning, but it went out again the next night and the next. So aquarium workers settled in for an all-night stakeout. The culprit? An octopus named Otto. The workers had trained Otto to squirt water at visitors, and Otto figured that he could put this skill to another use, squirting water at the light above his tank to turn off all the lights. Otto was also known to enjoy playing with a chessboard until he grew bored of it and tossed it away right out of the aquarium. Flo. In 2009, an octopus at the Santa Monica Pier Aquarium in California flooded the aquarium with about 200 gallons of seawater. The relatively small but very handy octopus, Flo, took apart a water valve in her tank, letting seawater pour out for about 10 hours until the first aquarium worker arrived at the scene of the crime. Sid. Sid the octopus tried escaping the Portobello Aquarium in New Zealand several times before aquarium workers decided to release him back into the open waters in 2009. This aquarium is no stranger to sneaky octopuses. Sid's predecessor, named Harry for Harry Houdini, used to sneak out of his tank to eat crayfish from a neighboring tank. Workers originally thought the missing crayfish was a prank perpetrated by biology students until Harry was caught replacing the lid on the crayfish tank and returning to his own tank. Are you squidding me? Octopuses? Octopi? Octopodes? Pick your favorite. They're all right. In any case, octopuses are loners. They don't usually travel in groups. So, unlike a school of dolphins or a shoal of fish, there is no official word for a bunch of octopuses. Want an octopus kiss? No, you really don't. All octopuses have venomous saliva. Although most octopus venom is not powerful enough to be dangerous to humans, certain species like the tiny blue-ringed octopus could paralyze a person within minutes. Masters of disguise. If there isn't time to escape ocean predators such as eels, dolphins, or sharks, an octopus can camouflage itself in less than a second. Octopus skin can blend in with an octopus's surrounding to hide it in plain sight, or it can mimic the appearance of a more dangerous animal to scare the predator away. Even if an octopus does not get caught and a predator chomps off an arm, the octopus doesn't become a septopus, it can grow back its arms. A sucker born every minute. How many tentacles do octopuses have again? Trick question. The answer is 0. Octopuses actually have no tentacles at all. They have 4 pairs of arms, which are different from tentacles in terms of how many suckers they have. Suckers are the circular muscles found all along the underside of each arm. Tentacles only have suckers at the tips. Unlike octopuses, squids have both tentacles and arms. Octopuses have beaks. The beak in the underside of an octopus, where all its arms meet. Octopus uses the beak to break open clamshells, and it has a barbed tongue, called a radula, that can scrape out the meat inside. The beak is the only hard part of the octopus's body, and an octopus can contort its body so nimbly that it can fit through nearly any space wide enough to fit its beak. Octopuses range wildly in size, from the top of the head to the tip of the longest arm. The smallest octopus, Octopus wolfie, is shorter than 1 inch long, whereas the biggest octopus, the giant Pacific octopus, Antocterus dolphini, can grow up to 16 feet. Scientists discovered one tiny pink octopus that is so cute they might name it Octopus adorabilis. It's true. 3 hearts and 9 brains are better than 1. Swimming with 8 arms is exhausting. That's why octopuses have 3 hearts for extra help. 2 to pump blood to the gills so they can breathe, and a third to keep blood moving throughout the rest of the body. An octopus also has 1 central brain, but 2/3 of the neurons are found in its arms rather than its head. That's why some scientists say octopus's arms have minds of their own. An octopus is able to multitask like a champ, able to open a shellfish with 1 arm while using another to explore or another to taste food. 300 different species of octopuses have been discovered by scientists. While all octopuses live in salt water, they live in different regions. Some live deep down on the cold ocean's floor, while others live in warm, shallow water. Octopuses have no bones. Octopuses are invertebrates, which is what scientists call creatures with no backbones. They have no skeleton at all, in fact. This is part of what makes octopuses such great natural escape artists. Watch out for spilled ink. If an octopus feels threatened, it can release a cloud of blinding black liquid into the water, just like a superhero smoke bomb. This cloud of ink temporarily blinds attackers, blocks their sense of smell, and allows this underwater ninja to disappear without a trace. A spiral-shelled mollusk with tentacles, called the nautilus, is actually a relative of the octopus. Cephalopods is the name scientists use for sea animals like the octopus, the squid, and the nautilus, which all share common biological traits, such as being exclusively marine animals with large heads and long arms or tentacles. You touch it, you taste it. An octopus's sense of touch is so powerful that the suckers on its arms allow it to taste whatever it is touching. Imagine to be able to taste whatever you want before putting it in your mouth. Your parents would never be able to say, "Just try it, you'll like it," ever again. Octopuses really have it made. The end.